Hey guys, so today we're going to be focusing on areas of rectangles, which is probably one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to read up a little bit about that, and we're only going to work on 2 pages today. We're going to work on page 100 and 101. So areas of rectangles. The area of a polygon is the number of squares units needed to cover the surface. Think about laying tiles on the floor of your room. You don't just put the tiles along the edges, you cover the whole surface of the floor with the tiles. So rectangle, A, B, C, and D is the tiled floor of a room. There are 2 ways to find out how many tiles on the floor of this room. One way is to count the tiles one by one. There is an easier way. Count the number of tiles along the length of the room. So it says AB has 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put the label there. Count the number of tiles along the width of the room. BC has 3 tiles. So 1, 2, 3. Then multiply the length times the width. So 5 times 3 equals 15 is the easy way to find the area of the surface of a parallelogram. Remember what you know about the sides of a rectangle. The opposite sides are parallel. The opposite sides are the same length. So in the game it says find the area. Jill is going to lay new tiles on her closet floor. She must know the area in order to buy the right number of tiles. Her closet is in the shape of a rectangle. It is 6 feet long and 3 feet wide. What is the area of the floor? Multiply the length times the width. So the length times the width, okay, to get the area. So the formula here, we talked about that last time. Length times width equals the area of a rectangle. So plug in what we know. 6 times 3 equals the area. And then we're going to solve the problem. So 6 times 3 equals 18. So 18 is our area of a rectangle. The area is 18 square feet. Count the squares in the picture. How many squares are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 squares in the picture. So that's how we would solve for area of a rectangle. I'm going to erase this sheet and then we'll move on to the next page. So multiply for the area. An important fact says the area of a rectangle is length times width. Here's an important tip. Area is measured in square units. So it says Asa is going to lay new tiles on his bedroom floor. The floor is in the shape of a rectangle. It is 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. What is the area of the floor? Multiply the length times the width, so L times W, to get the area, or A. So here's our formula. Length times width is our area, so they took 10 times 8. And when you multiply that, 10 times 8 is 80. So when you solve the problem, it's going to be 80 square feet equals to A for area. So the area is 80 square feet. And do you see the word square? Yes. Okay, we do see the word square. Alright, Lee is going to lay new tiles on his patio floor. The room is in the shape of a rectangle. It is 6 feet long and 5 feet wide. Here's the formula. So length times width is your area. So now you got to plug in what you know. I already plugged in the length, which is 6. And now we have to plug in our width, which is 5. So now multiply 6 times 5 is equal to 30. So now we just solve. So 30 square feet. So the area is 30 square feet of that rectangle. So now we have another little game at the bottom here, and they're having a conversation. It says fill in the blanks. This guy goes, John, I hear that you want to buy tiles for your floor. What is the area of your floor? And in his mind, we have a thought bubble here. Remember, think before you speak, right? The length of my floor is 10 feet. The width is 10 feet. So 10 times 10 is equal to 100. So then he could reply and say the area of my floor is 100 square feet. Alright, so those are the 2 lessons for today. I'm going to have you work on your practice pages, which are also 100 and 101 in your practice page book. I would first like for you to try it on your own, but if you need to, you can watch the next video for some more guidance. When you've completed that, I want you to fill out the Google form. I have some practice problems, and then you will be completed for today, and then we'll work on math next week. Please let me know if you have any questions.